To enter now. I'm recording my voice now. Good morning, everyone. Once again, my name is Amoka Abdul Mutalib, your instructor on web development tutorial. We are in course 3. We've treated course 1 and 2. You can visit our blog www.firstlinkict.blogspot.com. Right, we're moving ahead to our second blog now. Our second tutorial, our third tutorial, I mean. So let's see. From the last file we created, I'm going to share my screen with everyone, and we're going to see. I'm going to share my screen with everyone. Then we are going to see what we've done so far on our last lecture, right? So, all right, I have Patrick and Abdulaziz with me. Okay, so let me speak with one of them. Okay. Hello, Patrick.
Hello, good morning, Amoka.
Morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course I can.
All right. So right now we are going to continue from where we stop on the last section, which is course 2. In case you missed the last section, you can visit our blog www.firstlinkict.blogspot.com. You see the second course, and from there you can proceed from there. Thank you. So I'll meet you now. Then I'll display my screen. Then we'll start.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So right now I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what I'm doing, and we can proceed from there. So I'm very sure you can see my screen now. Patrick, if you see my screen, raise your hand. Patrick, if you see my screen, raise your hand. All right, good. So now, from what we've done so far, I told you that when you are designing a website, you should create a particular web folder where all the content of your web is going to be. You understand? So this is the web folder we created from the first course, and we edited it on the second course yesterday, which you can actually still visit the website and see the progress. So we open the web now, the web folder. Then we have our passport still here, the JPG on the folder, and we have the web, the index HTML file. So we can right click and edit by selecting the notepad, because notepad is our editor that we are going to be using for now. Then on one side of the screen, then the right click again, then like I told you, I'll be using Mozilla. You can use Chrome, Internet Explorer. It depends on any browser that you are using from your end, it works. So me, I'm using Mozilla Firefox. Then I open the Mozilla Firefox. Okay, it's starting my screen. Just give some minutes for it to load the web page. Good. Some minutes. Fine. So this is the last work we did yesterday. We created a div. that host. I told you that div is a container. Div is a container that hold element, a HTML element inside the container. And I told you how we could give a style to the div yesterday and give it color, and at the same time how we could change the text color of the text inside this div. And I equally told you how you can separate the elements or the tags inside the div by telling them, with the help of the style, the div style property, where one element, in what position should each of the elements should be. All right. So from there, today, what we are going to be talking about, we'll be talking about the CSS. But before then, let's just create a form. I'm going to tell you how to create a HTML form, because in most of the website that you have today, you must have a form, either for your client to be able to contact you, send you email, or maybe send you some messages to your email address or something, or any type of form or registration that maybe you need your client to register on your web page. So all that, for now, we need to create the HTML form. Then immediately we are done, we move to CSS. All right, so let me petition the browser like we used to do. Fine. So this is the browser here. This is our editor here. Now, our form now, what I want to do, I want this, my name is Abdul Mutalib, profession ICT. All this one now, I would like to put it by the side of this passport. By the side of this passport. This, especially this one, this is my name down to this office by the side of this passport. Then we'll proceed from there. So that means my under list will need to go, so they are in one div, so I will need to put it somewhere else. So now what I'll do, I'll come to this paragraph, then I'll click space it, style. I told you that every tag has a property and it can be defined. So the paragraph tag now, I'm going to define the style property so that I can give it a command on what position the paragraph should be. So what I'll do now, I'll do style is equal to style is equal to, then quotation. Then what I'll do, then I'll now say that I'll now say that float should float left. You understand? So then I Control S, then the same thing. So I'll just copy this same function now. Style float left, I'll copy it to the OL, which is the under list, then Control S. So let's load and see the effect of this. Okay. So, oh sorry, float left. Then where is my this? Okay, it's here. Oh, I know what happened. So then what happened now is I'll take this from here. Not supposed to be here. I'll put it on the image. Good. So now we can see that our under list is we have our picture and we have our text wrapped around the picture. So, but I will want this list to come down here. What I'll do now, just like I told you that yesterday we deal with div. So I'm going to copy this OL and this image, this paragraph and this image, and I'm going to put them inside one div. So let me just highlight it. Then I'll say cut first. Then I'll write a code. I'll call it div. div style, div first. Okay, div open. Then I'll close my div slash div. So I've closed the div tag. Then in between the div now, in between the div, I'll paste what I just cut from the other side, the image and the paragraph. So the image and the paragraph is inside one container now. Then this particular one, the list and the link we have and the pointing we have, we'll cut them at the same time. Then we'll put it in one div again, div, then slash div. So inside one div at the same time, we'll have it here. So what we'll simply do now is we'll have these ones like this. Then we'll now say, we'll Control S and see if there's any effect. Okay, no, it's fed. So now what I'll simply do is I'll say style is equal to let's say width of yes, width. But first of all, let me float it left. Float left. Okay, then width. Width is let's say 100%. Why we use 100%? I told you pixel is when you are defining the width. When you say width 100 or 2 pixel, we are telling that the container should be 100 pixel wide. And when you say height, a particular unit, let's say 100 pixel, you are saying it should be 100 pixel high. But in a situation like this, where we are going to use 100%, we are telling the container to be responsive. What do you say responsive? We are trying to tell the container that it should adapt to any size of the screen. If it's in a mobile phone, it should take the 100% size of the or that is the full size of the screen. And if it's in a system, it should take the full size of the screen. So we're going to do more of that when we get to Bootstrap. Then we see width 100%. That's it. Then I think the same thing should be applied to the above div, the div that is housing our picture. We will copy it and we'll paste it there. Wow. So now we're going to see major difference. So we see now our content is now well arranged. So whatever you do in website, you have to be able to define the properties very well so that you have a clean outlook. Now, let's now come out with a form. We need a form below this native app development, or maybe below, let's say below here. So what we'll do, or maybe we could actually create another page. You understand? So I don't know if we all agree to create another page and create a form there. If I can see hands up. Okay, fine. We're going on another page then. So since we will be creating another page, that means we will need to create another folder, another file, inside our web folder. So we'll come to the file, then we'll click on new. File, then click on new. So we have new blank notepad. So what we'll do, we'll save it by pressing Ctrl S or going to File, Save. So File, Save. Then we'll name it About. So let us name it about.html. Are you with me? About.html. Remember, I always tell you that whenever you are creating a file, always put the .html, because to recognize that it's a HTML file, and also select save type. Select the save type to be saved as all file. Save as all file. About.html should be your file name. Then save type should be all file. Then make sure it's on the same folder, which is the web folder in your desktop or wherever you locate your own web folder. then you click on save. Now we are here again. For now, I want us to have a unique head and a unique what do we call it, navigation link on the same thing. So what we are going to do, we'll go there. I think we'll go to the web folder, then we'll right click on index, then we'll open with Notepad. Fine. So that we can still have the other one available too, because we'll be needing them. So I'll just come here, then I'll press Ctrl A. I'll copy everything that I've done before. Then I'll come to the second file, which is the about.html. Then I'll paste it Ctrl V. So we are here. Now, fine, we won't need the same thing to happen. So we just want to have the same link and whatever. So, but then we know, yesterday I told you that our body div started from starting body content, which is a comment line. I told you about comment line yesterday, that when you write this tag like this, whatever you write inside comment line don't display on the main web page. What it does, it just like a documentary to let you know that this is where a particular item takes place and this is where it ends. So for easy editing, just like now, I'll just simply, because I don't need all this body, from welcome to my page to the submit button, I won't be needing them. So all these are inside the body content. So what I'll simply do is I'll come here from this GIF float left, I'll start selecting till the ending. So I'll just close. So automatically, this is my div that start my body content, and this is the div that end my body content. So I'll leave it blank for the about. Then welcome to my page. I'll change this heading to welcome to my welcome to my profile. Let's say my profile, or about me. Welcome to my about me page, or my profile page. My profile page. So then we can just write some things here like my name, or I don't know, whatever we want to write here for the about page, whatever. But let's just save this now. Let's save this. So it's saved now. So we'll change this title. This my title. We'll change it to about web page. About web page. About web page. So that's it. Now we'll go to our first index. Our first index. Change the link there. This is about me. Change it to about .html. So that whenever we click on it, it should be able to take us to the about page. So so now when we load it now, the first page we've been creating, then we'll click on about me. So I'm expecting it to take us back to about me. Then this one now should be index.html. Okay, so we will load now again. Then now we'll go to about me now. It will show us a new page. Fine. This is our second page that we created. Then on that second page, we'll go to our link. Then we'll edit this to index.html. Then this about, we'll edit it to about.html. So that we'll load. Then anytime we want to come back to home, we'll click on home. Anytime we want to come to about, we click on about. Then when we create a contact me page, the same thing we do with the contacts, then the gallery, the Google, and whatever, Facebook. So now we are in about page now. So we want to create a form where someone can contact you to know more about you. Now, first of all, we'll create it's a third heading, H3. Of course, I would want, okay, let's say H3 now slash H3. So where we'll now talk about no more send message to know more about me. So that's it there. Then Control S, we save. Then we'll give it a property now. I'm going to say style equal to 100% width. So I want the width to be 100%, so I do not disturb width. Width is 100%. Then we'll float like we used to do. Oh, no need, since the width is already 100%, no need. So then we'll come down here and create a div, another div. So I told you about a comment. We'll write a comment first, telling the document that form line, this is form line. Then we'll close the comments with this code. Then again, we'll say end of form line. Close again. Then we'll come in between that. Then we'll now open our div, then open, then slash div, close. So in between our div now, I'm expecting us to have style equal to then width 100%. 100%. Then that's it. This. So that's the one. So all right, this line form. Okay, this is the form, this thing 100% here. Then fine. So now it's time for us to create our form. First of all, when you want to create a form, you have to call the tag form, open, then slash form, close. Then in between the form now, we have different type of form elements. We have the input, and in this input, there are different type of input. There are text input and there are number input. So we have input, we have text area, we have radio pointing, we have check pointing, and we have the select type of input. So now, first thing, we'll deal with the, let's say you want the user name, user to input their name. So use input tag. This tag is just a single line of tag. It doesn't have, let's say, an open and a close tag. So you just write input, then type test, then what was it? Okay, so then value, you will not put any value, it should be empty. So for now, let's just do this. Name, sorry, very important. So there's a property of input that is called name. That name is what you use to recognize. It's just like you have a child now, you give the child a name, just so that when you have like two child in the house, you name one Patrick, you name one Habib, so you can easily call. But when I say Patrick know that I'm calling him. When I say Habib know that I'm calling him. So why we name input tag is for identification, so that by the time you are calling it from the back end, which is the PHP, you can easily call the name. Like now, I'm going to name this one username, so that when we are calling it from PHP or from JavaScript, we just use this name. Or we can equally use an ID user name. So that's it. So we have this input type tests name, this blah 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 blah. So now this is one line, and for me to come to second line, let me use break slash this. So that's it. Then I'll just copy this now. Control C, Control C, then Control V. What's that? Control C, Control V. So this is another input, but this time around, this should not be username, user phone. So let it be their phone number so that we can reach them back again. Then their phone number, then the ID again should be user phone. In case if we want to use the name tag to get the value, or want to use the phone the ID to get the value. So when we did some JavaScript function here today, you see what I'm talking about. Then we'll have the submit function. Let's have the input for the submit pointing, or let's just say pointing. So pointing slash pointing. Then we'll have type. Let's just say let's just leave type out of it first. Let's leave type out of it first, then we'll just call submit. So let's reload our page and see the effect here. Fine. So we see we have this. My computer. So we have this now. But then there is no space between our form, and at the same time, there's no label that we can easily use to identify that, okay, oh, this is this and this is that. So what we'll do now, we'll come to the input and we'll call on what the HTML understand like placeholder. Placeholder is the initial text that will display before you click on the input itself. So let's say your name. Enter your name. You are telling the user now to enter their name. Enter your name. Then another placeholder. Sorry, I didn't make use of the equal sign on the placeholder. Take note of that. Put the equal sign on the placeholder. Then equal to enter phone number. So I'll go back to the input text type. This input type is supposed to be number, not text. So we use number. Then we can tell them, because our number in our country number is how many digits? 11 digits. So we have to limit it to 11 digits. So we use max equal to 11, so that our users will not mistakenly impute a number more than the phone number. Then we'll come here, then okay, fine. This one, okay, I mean, let's just try this. Reload this. You see now, you have enter your name, you have enter phone number, then we have the submit box. Perhaps then that is it. Then if I want to enter my name now, I'll just enter Amoka Abdul Muttalib. Then phone number 08034329120. Good. You understand? This is it here. This is it here. Is it more than 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's correct. It's correct. This number is not supposed to be more than. Okay. Maybe this. What we are supposed to do is, when I use maximum, then I can use max dash length. Am I correct in the spelling of length? Patrick.
It's TH, not LEN.
LENGTH, right?
TH.
Yes, that's length. All right. So let's call that 11. Then again, I come here. Okay, 08034329120. It's still going. Anyway, we'll find a better way to do that. I'm sure there's a function that limits that. So we'll talk about it later. Let's just leave it here first. Then, all right, we'll proceed. We'll now first for cleanliness, and we notice that our name and our phone number and the submit button are merged together. So we want to give some space. So what we'll do, we'll just come here after the placeholder. Then we'll define, we'll come to the style property. Where is our style? Do we have style here? We don't have style. Okay, we'll call on style now. Property, then style is equal to margin dash bottom. Margin dash bottom is equal to, sorry, margin dash bottom is like this. Then the margin, let's say we'll call 10 pixel. 10 pixel. Then again, we'll copy this style and paste it somewhere here too. Somewhere too. So now we will load. Control R. You notice? So this make it look more clean. Fine. Now I would have loved to work on the JavaScript now. A small JavaScript. Let me just use a small JavaScript that when we enter our name, our phone number, then click on submit, then it should display the name we entered and the phone number we entered. So how do we work with JavaScript? JavaScript is more or less like a back-end code, but it's like we call it a programming language. You can call it programming language, but it's more or less like Java. For those of you that did Java in school, now it works directly on the web page and performs some dynamic functions, just like we're going to do now. So we'll just say call script You don't necessarily need to know this. I'm just testing it. When we get to that level, we'll do better. Script. Then I'll come down. Then I'll say, I'll call my variable var our variable val name is equal to val name is equal to document dot get element by id, get element by id, bracket open, bracket close, slash. Then what was the id? What was the id of our input? The id is username. So say username dot value. So we are telling we are starting the script that it should get this name. This variable now should get the element by the id username, and the username should get the value. That's one. Then we'll still call I'll just copy it. I don't like stressing myself. I'll copy it. Then I'll give this one phone number, change the variable to phone number. Then got element by id user phone. I hope you are with me. Then so now what I would like to happen is I will want to perform some functions. So I'll just create a function now. I'll say function display. I'll call the function display, bracket close and bracket open and close. Then I'll do my then this enter. So in between here now, I should be able to do some function. So I'll now say that alert should display an alert inside the alert. I want it to display my name, the name that I entered on the form, on the input form, then plus you'll know more about this when we get to JavaScript. Okay, you are raising up your hand. Let me answer. Hello,
No.
Abdulaziz, you raise up your hand. Okay.
No, I'm just zooming.
All right. So now we'll proceed. Name, then just to have space, plus space, then plus what again? The phone. So what will this do? Let me just explain the script. What this JavaScript does is it gets your name from this ID, it gets your phone number from this phone number ID, which is on your value there, on your input there. Then the function now will now display alert that will display that name and phone number. This just to show you that this is what will happen by the time we are sending it to PHP or we are sending it to the server. Some information you retrieve from users, you are sending to the server. This is how we are going to get them as time goes on. Then we'll just come here on this bunting. You understand? This is what we call a property they call onClick. onClick. Our onClick now will be equal to this open and close, will be equals to the function we just call, which is display this. So if I'm correct, then what's supposed to happen will happen. Control R. And this name is here. I'm on cabinet leave is here. I don't even know why this thing is disturbing my peace. Let's keep on coming. Go down. Then Control R. Yes, we have this. Then we'll have enter our phone number 08034329120. Then we'll click on submit. We're good. Amoka Abdul Mutalib. Unfortunately, it did not display my phone. That means something is not right. ID user phone. please select a value that is not more than, oh, sorry, it's our handwork. Let's just leave this one first. So submit again. I'm a then the phone number. So have we done that? We are going to proceed to CSS now. Why are we going to be using CSS? We want to use CSS to give it, we call it cascading style sheet, to give our HTML elements more this beautiful outlook, great positioning, and at the same time to be organized. So what we are going to do now is we will go to the first page. We are done here. We are moving to the first page, which is the home page we created earlier. So we're going to be doing some CSS magic here. So we'll come to our edit and come to our index now. From the beginning, go back to the head. All your style should be between your head tag. After this title, you come down, you call what we call style tag. You call the style tag, then slash style tag. Then you come here. This is our lecture today. Maybe it have to be in 2 time. If the session expires, we'll start another section. It's supposed to be 45 minutes, but it looks like it's going to be more than 45 minutes, a little bit. So, style. Then, normally, there are 2 ways you do this. First is this type. And the second one is a way where you create a separate file for the CSS. We are going to start that one when we start making use of a proper editor. Then maybe when we get to Bootstrap, I will introduce you to how to use a separate style sheet other than, jam packing your whole index page with a lot of code that might get you confused. So, but for now, let's just work with this. Now, all these things that we define on this div, this particular div here, this style, width, 100% height, 80 color, whatever. I don't want to have it here. I will want to clear it all out. So, but before I do that, I'll first of all have to give this div, which is this blue box here. I'll have to give it a name, or better still, let me come here. I'll call on the body tag. You see how we do that. I'll call on the body tag by giving the body tag an ID, or maybe class. Class is equal to body. Class is equal to body. Then Ctrl S, then we'll come here and I'll now say dot body, this, then in between I'll say padding, padding, 0 pixel. Shekina. So let's see, there's a reason okay, coming. Okay, so padding the pixel, then let me say background, let's say gray color, gray. I wish it's not that dark. I just want to make some, you understand? So another way is if I don't want to call this class, I can use the whole tag, since there's no special effect going to hold on. So I can just use body. So it's because why? because in the whole content we only have one tag body. So there's no how we are going to have two body in one content. So by me calling body, it will not take effect in another content. So the same thing. Now, on this one now, this div, we are going to give it a class. Why? Because we have a lot of div. We don't want the effect of this one to affect the other. So class, we'll call it div top box. Let's say top what box dash box. Top box. So then we'll come to this style. We'll now say top dash. Okay, sorry, we put dot. Since it's a class, you put dot top dash box. Then on this top box, what do we want to do? We want to call all these functions that we put here already inside this style. We will just copy them to the end, cut it out so that will not jam pack our code. Then come here, then paste it. So on this one, the advantage of this one is that you can make it look more clean by bringing them down one by one. Color this background blue. So there's it. Now you see the advantage of CSS. Now with CSS, we can actually define a property of a div outside that div by just simply giving the div. What is that div? This is the div. Giving the div a class name, top box, or any name we feel like to give it. Then we'll come to the CSS style tag. Then we'll call the class by putting dot top box. What in any item you want to identify with class, you make use of dots before the class name. If it is ID, you will make use of hash before the name. So we are going to use ID, we are going to use class today as an example. Now, let's just save this and see if it gives us the same thing. File. We are still having the same thing. So we can just simply come here. Now, assuming we want to change the color of this now, we don't need to come to this place again and make any effect. We just go to the CSS and come here. We're having blue here. Which other color would I like? Let me use my Nigerian color green. Then Control R. It has changed to green. So on and so forth. Now again, this particular passport here, you might want to give it a shape. You might want to give it a shape. We can okay, before we get to the passport, I told you yesterday that I want to make this list here like a pointing. So we are going to do that now with CSS. Then we'll now say this is a div on its own. This is another div now. So all the divs that we have, I would have loved to pack the style up there, but no need. Let's just work with this now. Then ID, I will do that. I'll name this div now. Div, I'll name it link or nav class. Class nav. Let's say navbar. Then I'll copy the style from here because we are taking it up. I'll come here now and say dot nav dash bar. Then this close this. Then I'll paste it. Close. It's the same thing to make it look neat. So that means this is the div that is holding my navigation link. So Now this link now, I might decide to give it an ID. Let me call ID is equal to ID equal to, or no need, since you have a common element between them, li. So what I'll simply do is li now. I'll go to, this is .nav, this is .navbar. This is the div that is holding my navigations. Inside this navigation, I have li, which is the list. So it's simple. I can just come here and say .nav-bar space li. I'll tell you what this means in reality. This means that I'm saying that the div that is inside the div, there is an li, which is a list. Then that li, and I'm defining the property here. You understand? So just like you see on the li, I have a lot of style. I'll style the first one, I style the second one, I style so on and so forth. Now, why waste my time? I'll just copy this style. Copy it from here. Cut. Then I'll delete. I'll delete these two. I'll delete these two. I will equally delete these two. Then I'll delete these two. And this. Fine. By simply coming here and pasting it here solves all that. Control S. You see, nothing changed. So now I want to make it look like a pointing. So what I'll do is I'll make border border tick. Then I'll say background background. What color should we give it to? Okay, Patrick. What color should we give it?
I think
that is the background of this link.
Yellow should be okay.
Yellow. Okay.
Yellow now, go to
we have yellow. So background yellow. Then what else again? So we have a yellow background coming up there on each of the box. So I don't even think you understand. So yellow is there. Then what else? We have the yellow icon there. Then we'll equally say that width, or we'll just say that padding should be equal to 20. No, it's too much. 10 pixel. If the 10 is not even still too much, so you save then load so that you understand what padding is all about. So we are getting to where we are going. Let's take this border out. It's not necessary. So now, then we want this text here to be white. You understand? We want the text here to be white. So what we'll do is we'll come here again and said dot nav dash bar LIA is this, then in between we now have color to be white. So hopefully I will want to get that. Oh, it's not sexy. So that yellow now, I think I'll take it back to another color. Let me use something. Let me use green and see if it have any attractive or something look funny. What about this? It's cool. So now we have our home, about, contact, Google, and whatever. It looks more like a pointing. You understand? So that's the essence of CSS. Now we are seeing the advantage of CSS. Let me check my book and see if I have any more function that I will want to display with you guys about the functions. I'm going to paste color code on our website. You understand? So what is color code? Like this particular color that is green here. Now, if I want to give it this a color code I can use, then I'll give it a color. Let's go to the green. This is what they call color code. The web has its color code. I can actually get them and paste it on our website for it to use anytime. You don't need to memorize them. 6347. In my 6 years of web design, I never still memorize color code. So there's it. You see? So these are color code instead of using the name. Why this color code? This color code is a way of mixing colors together to get what you wanted. So again, then we've actually discussed most of the things that we would like to discuss. Then there's something I want us to do. Okay. There are different functions. Let's come to image. Patrick Dondion. Let's come to image. So let's come to our image. I talk about giving our image a corner. Then where is that image safe? Okay, this is it here. So what we'll do now, we'll give our image a name, which is class profile img. That's it. Then we'll come here and call a style for it. Dot profile. Oh my god, my battery is going anyway. Dot profile img. Then this, then and this, then we'll call what we'll known as border radius. Border radius is a way of just giving it a corner around it. Maybe we want to have what do we call it? It's a different function anyway. Okay, so we'll come here and say border. Where are we? Profile. Border. Then we'll now say, or better still, we'll use border dash style. Border style, where we will have let me see, I'll use solid. Then we'll come here and say border dash radius. Let's say we have 5 pixel, comma 5 pixel, comma 5 pixel. I'll explain to you why it's like that, comma 5 pixel. Okay, if all is set, not getting what I want. That means something. Okay, I was expecting to have
Hello, Amoka, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, the spelling of style is incorrect for that border
Is
style. But
they see waiting, they do this thing. Okay, style. There's T. Thank you.
yeah.
Okay. So solid. I was expecting. Anyway, let's still move on. Come in, I'm checking something else. Okay, so let's assume it's my border radius is correct now. So anyway, let me just take it to border style, then border. Okay, let me call border here first. Border, then we'll give it a size. Let's say 2 pixel. Then this is my border radius now. Let me just call 1 for now. And I'm supposed to get something that look fine. So do we notice something, that there is a curve? Let's make it more elaborate so it can be obvious. You see, there's a curve. So now I'll explain now. Border, you have to call border. That was the mistake I was having. You have to call border to tell the border the size, the thickness of the border. We are calling it 2 pixel. In case we want to increase it, we just edit it to like, okay, let's say we say 5 pixel. Then border style, it should be solid. You can actually have dotted. So let's change to dotted so that you know what I'm talking about. Dotted. Now I'll come out with a book. This is dotted. You understand? So we can change it back to solid. It look more better and matured. Solid. This is solid. Then the radius is 10. Now, why we use radius is for you to. So in a case where we want to make it circle, we can increase the radius by maybe we'll say 50. Then when we say 50, then we'll reload and see. You understand? So when we say 100, I want to get a circle. I know go. You understand? So this is the essence of radius. Now, what are we? Let me look at what I've to still take for the day. A lot. The CSS can actually did a lot. You can, work on opacity. You can work on so many things that. So This our list here. We have this our link. It's a list, but we wouldn't want it to act like a list. So I'll just come here and say list dash, list dash style. My timekeeper is warning me that my time is up. Type is equal to none. You understand? So let's say that is supposed to take away this bulletin. I was trying to do that yesterday. Sweet. Bye-bye to that rubbish. Now, then again, we now call an so many things. So now there is a situation where you want to partition some item in the center of your screen. The CSS is the one that handles it. So when we go from this level to advanced level on our next lecture, when we'll be taking care of the advanced CSS, we'll talk about that. Then I don't know, I'm finding a way where I'll be making more videos and putting them on our website so that you can actually follow. Then for some of you that actually love to make some edits and add more content, we advise that you make more, HTML code, post it on our website and your comment line. If there's any error, we'll correct you. Then you ask questions on the group chat. Let us be interactive. Okay. You see. Hello, Abdulaziz.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a question?
Thank you very much.
Do you have a question?
Well, I am kind of a bit confused in the middle, but
okay, I understand.
think I'll
Where?
Up with the video.
Where you can ask the question.
Thank you very much.
Where
you started copying. Yeah, it's where you start copying and pasting, where you're trying to make it short. So
okay, the
I am kind of
CSS.
confused, but I think I can get it back.
From
Yes.
the video. Okay, we'll get it on the video, and if you still don't get
I'll
it,
go back to the YouTube.
Okay, you ask us questions. Thank you very much. So
I have a question.
Okay,
I'm hearing you.
I'm hearing you.
This is your CSS area where you have a navbar LIA. What that A? What does it?
A is your link. Remember we told you that tag, that link are being identified with a tag.
Yeah.
You understand? So this is our list. This is our div navbar, class navbar. These are li, which is the li list. These are a.
Okay,
So, so we are telling the CSS that under the navbar, under the list, the a there, this is what it should do with the CSS. So thank you very much for being with me. Follow us on www.firstlinkict.blogspot.com and equally follow our YouTube channel. Thank you and have a nice day.